Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be taking a look at the VSN Flaming Cliffs 3 mods. They've been out for a while now, and well, actually ever since at least DCS 2.5, if not before. And anyway, these mods are things like the F-35, the SEM, and the Mirage, but basically they use stock Flaming Cliffs 3 cockpits and avionics, and today we're going to have a quick look at them. We'll start with the F-35C. We get all three versions of the aircraft, and already I'm seeing issues like AIM-9L or M sidewinders, AIM-9M and P sidewinders on the wing pylons here. The F-35 wouldn't carry anything other than the AIM-9X. So we also get a fuel tank. We can have different kinds of bombs and stuff like that. I'm not sure about the that bunker buster. We get the Phantasmagoria pod for some reason. We do get the F-35 gun pod, so at least that's realistic. But there are definitely some problems here when you can have AIM-9 mics in the weapons bay. That shouldn't happen. As a matter of fact, the F-35 only carries AIM-120 AMRAAMs and air-to-ground ordnance in its weapons bay. So we really get a problem here when we start taking a look at some of the other weapons that the F-35 can carry, like, for example, the AIM-9 Papa definitely would not carry that, and probably not the AGM-65 either. And here's a real issue where we have the AGM-154 that's sticking out of the aircraft. Same thing with the SLAM ER, or, well, yeah, I think it's SLAM ER. Anyway, the Mirage 3C is not really much better. A Matra Super 530 on the wingtip? I don't think so. Okay, so we do get the Magic. The Super 530, for some reason, doesn't even have a pylon with it. That's interesting. Why do we get all of these Russian missiles like the KH-58 and the KH-29? What is up with this? And we did a Maverick too for some reason. I'm not sure if the Mirage ever carried Mavericks or not, but I know it wouldn't carry stuff like these Russian weapons here, so this is a little interesting. It's also completely unrealistic. The Mirage, I believe, doesn't even carry the 530M, not the Mirage 3 anyway. Of course, the Mirage 2000 does. So we get the ECM and Alent pods. We can have fuel tank here, but there's no pylon for it. We clear that out. And we move on to the Super Etendard, or SEM. So we get a Matra Magic 550. Get a Maverick. Not sure if that's accurate. I think it is. Most NATO aircraft like this, I believe, can carry Mavericks. Although we get one on the center line for some strange reason. Or we can have an MER, okay. And then there's a bunch of stuff that we can't use here for some reason. Then we can have another Maverick. We can have fuel tank. That's reasonable. We also get rockets. I'm kind of surprised we don't get SNEB rockets or something like that. AIM-9 Mike and Papa sidewinders, really? I think the French might use those. I'm not totally sure, though. I have an F-35 out here, and I have it armed up fairly realistically. Okay, of course, we've got the F-15 cockpit here. This is not great. And it seems to be maybe a bit forward of its position. Okay, we do get a... for some reason, I can take off without a catapult. That's wow. That's weird. I did not use a catapult there. So that's That's interesting that you can take off without using a catapult here. Maneuverability of the F-35, as far as I'm aware, is still basically the same as the F-15, or they may have added a newer flight model now. Backwards on the flight deck here with the SEM, that is until I throttle up a little bit. We're not hooked up to the catapult, of course. Full throttle, and good night at the acceleration. We just come right off the carrier, and it's like it's no big deal. So the SEM here is definitely an interesting little mod, and I would love it if this thing had a realistic flight model and cockpit. There's no way it has the power to do something like what we just did here. So I have it loaded up with two Magic 550s. Of course, it has the A10A cockpit. So, and the cockpit is a bit out of place. You can see part of the fuselage sticking through it here, so that's not right. And we've got the that A10 angle of attack warning going off no matter what we do. So it does definitely not have the flight model of an A10. This is like the F-35. This is definitely got its own flight model, but it's honestly, it reminds me of what the Cuesta Brothers Rafale used to be like. The Rafale used to be a total rocket ship, and then they fixed it, and the SEM and the F-35 actually really remind me of the Rafale, because they're doing sort of the same thing that the Rafale did. Not totally sure if the SEM can go supersonic in real life. I think it might can, but we sure just did in it. So yeah, these mods they're okay to play around with, but definitely not that realistic. And you know, I don't know that I would want to mess with these too much. We've also got some weird artifacting here on the cockpit. I'm not sure what's up with that, but you can see it here in the front is really bad. I don't know what that is, but it makes it very difficult to see out of the bottom part of the cockpit here, and it gets worse with the sun on the cockpit from a certain angle for some reason. So I pulled this enormous flare right here, and I'm trying to slow this SEM down. I've got my brakes out, my gear down, and now I'm too slow and I crash. Well, that's all I have for the VSN mods. Of course, they are free if you choose to download them, and there will be links in the video description. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.